Data centers do not just use electricity, they can also use water. How much depends on the cooling system, the size of the project, and how the facility is operated. That is why Oklahoma should not approve large data centers without clear public answers. How much water will the project use? Where will it come from? What happens during drought? And who pays for the water system built to serve it? The water question starts with cooling. Servers create heat. That heat has to be removed every hour of every day. Some data centers use more water to cool the equipment. Some use more electricity to reduce water use. Some may use recycled water or non-drinking water. So the question is not just whether a project uses water. The question is what cooling technology it will use and whether Oklahoma is getting the best practical design. Before approval, local officials should require real numbers, not just general promises. The public should know the expected annual water use. It should know the peak summer demand. It should know the water source. It should know whether the project will use drinking water, recycled water, groundwater, surface water, or another supply. And it should know what happens when water is scarce. Those answers should be public before the vote. A project that looks manageable in an average year can look very different during drought. Oklahoma knows this. Farmers know it. Cities know it. Rural water districts know it. Families with wells know it. So the public should not be asked to approve a major new water user based only on normal year assumptions. Local officials should ask what happens during a dry summer, a multi-year drought, or a period of emergency water restrictions. Water planning is about priorities. If a water system is stressed, who comes first? Homes, farms, schools, existing businesses, emergency services, or a new data center? That question should not be answered during a crisis. It should be answered before approval. A data center may be a good project, but it should not move to the front of the water line without the public knowing the terms. One of the first questions should be whether the project can use recycled water or non-drinking water. If a data center does not need drinking quality water for cooling, it should not automatically receive drinking quality water. That may not be possible in every location. The infrastructure may not exist. The cost may be high, but the question should be asked early. If Oklahoma is going to host modern technology, the projects should use modern water planning. Dry cooling can reduce water use, but it can also use more electricity, especially during hot weather. That matters because water and electricity are connected. A project may save water but increase electric demand, or it may save electricity but use more water. So Oklahoma should not accept a simple answer. Local officials should ask for the trade-off. How much water is saved? How much more power is needed? And who pays for the extra cost? The water issue is not only how much water the facility uses. It is also what infrastructure is needed. A large data center may require new pipes, pumps, storage, treatment capacity, wastewater systems, or other changes to the water system. Those costs can be large. So the public should ask the same question it asks about electricity. If the data center creates the need, who pays? The answer should be simple. The data center should pay. Water promises should be enforceable. If a project says it will use recycled water, that should be written into the agreement. If it promises a water limit, that limit should be measured. If it promises to reduce water use during drought, that should be enforceable. And if the project changes, the public should know. Estimates are useful, but enforceable commitments are what protect the community. Many Oklahoma communities do not have unlimited water capacity. Some systems are small. Some are already stressed. Some depend on wells, reservoirs, or infrastructure that was not built for massive industrial demand. That does not mean every data center should be rejected, but it does mean local water systems need protection. A community should not be forced to gamble its water future on promises that are not public, specific, and enforceable. Before approving a large data center, Oklahoma officials should ask clear public questions. How much water will it use? Where will the water come from? What cooling technology will it use? Can it use recycled water? What happens during drought? What water infrastructure is required? And who pays for it? If those answers are not clear, the project is not ready. Oklahoma can welcome data centers and still protect water. It can support technology investment and still ask hard questions. It can create construction jobs and still protect homes, farms, schools, and existing businesses. That is not anti-growth. That is basic accountability. Data centers may need water, but Oklahoma communities should know the terms before saying yes. Read the full 5-part series at wlangdon.substack.com.